Hello, sixth graders. Today we are going to learn about compare and contrast, a skill that will help you better understand and strengthen your reading. Feel free to pause or rewind this video as much as you like.
Compare and contrast helps us connect new information to what we already know. It's like sorting knowledge in filing cabinets in our brains.
Authors use compare and contrast in two ways. First, authors use it to explain facts about two things. The second way they use it is to evaluate two things based on their own opinion.
Authors use compare and contrast in text, but we even use compare and contrast in real life. Here's an example. You may have heard of Diary of a Wimpy Kid, a popular book that was turned into a movie. When people talk about a book versus a movie made from the book, they are comparing and contrasting. One of the biggest problems with compare and contrast is remembering which is which. To compare means to find similarities, and to contrast means to find differences.
When you compare, you find what is the same. In the picture, the two girls are wearing the same outfit.
When you contrast, you find what is different. In this picture, the zebra in the very middle is facing a different direction than the other zebras.
Signal words are words that the authors use to signal to the reader that they are using compare and contrast. Some words that authors use when comparing are both, also, just like, alike, as well as, and similarly. When contrasting, authors use the words although, but, on the other hand, however, unlike, while, whereas, and yet. When you see one of these words in a text, you know that the author is either comparing or contrasting two things.
Now let's practice the skill you just learned. Read the story and pick out all the signal words you can find. Underline the compare words and circle the contrast words. Pause the video now and start it back up once you're finished. Take all the time you need.
Welcome back! Here are the words you should have picked out. Did you get them all? Now let's analyze the information you read.
Here are some examples of compare and contrast graphic organizers. These graphic organizers are a way to organize your thoughts on paper for what you just read. One you may already be familiar with is the Venn diagram. Let's learn about some new ones.
The first new graphic organizer is the flow diagram. The similarities are placed in the center, branching out to the two things being compared and contrasted. Then, their differences branch out on the other side. In the picture, if you look closely, you'll see a polar bear and a panda bear being compared and contrasted. The second new graphic organizer is the H chart. The differences are the two sides of the letter H, while the middle section connecting the two is the similarities.
Put your thoughts about the story you just read into a graphic organizer of your choice, either the flow diagram or the H chart. If you need a little review, feel free to rewind the video and have another look at them. On the back of your worksheet, draw one graphic organizer and fill it out. Pause the video now and come back when you're done. Have you finished your graphic organizer? Let's see how you're doing so far.
Your graphic organizers should look a little something like this. You can pause if you'd like to get a closer look. If they don't look exactly like this, that's okay, as long as you have the general idea of it.
Congratulations! Now you know all the ins and outs of comparing and contrasting and can use your new skill when you read about the terracotta soldiers. Have fun!